Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Welcome back, everyone. On this week of the Centurion, we have me, Cooper, Sweeney, and Jaxon. We have a new question every shot of the 100-shot Centurion. And in this week, we'll check in on everyone because last week we introduced everyone. So this week we have some great one-on-one segment. Get to show everyone who they are in the audience. We have some mini games as well. Some of our patented mini games that this show is known for and that everyone loves. We got great feedback on the mini games last week, and most importantly, our fan source questions. We can't stress this enough. Get in contact with us. Send us an email. Send us any messaging client you get. Send us some questions. We'll put them in the podcast if they're good. Last week, our Dude Hold My Beer award was Nabi, and he's got some great questions back this week. That's a ding.
Well, thanks, Shaun. Listen, I've never been much of a mobile gamer, but forget everything you know about mobile games because one of the most ambitious RPG projects of 2019 has just been released. It's going to change everything. That's right. I'm talking about Raid Shadow Legends.
Keep going. You
need to just look at the level of detail on these characters. If you use code BEER, that's BEER, you can start with 50,000 silver and join our clan, as well as unlock a free epic champion. But you better hurry, because it's getting big fast. The best part, playing is totally free. Raid has stunning visuals on par with the best console releases, dozens of upgradable champions, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and 10 million active players. There are also big plans to continuously update the game from the developers. So, what are you waiting for? Raid is available on Android and iOS devices. Download now and join the battle.
Ding. Join the battle, fellas.
Well, Jaxon, how was your week?
Thanks for that, Sweeney, and a good shout out to our sponsors, Shadow Raid Legends. I've had a pretty big week actually. Start of the week, I was accepted into Oxford, so I might not be on the podcast as frequently, but I'll try and check in with you guys and stay around. Back to work, sadly. So, amongst this whole Corona thing that's going on, been a bit wacky. Had a couple days off, but now I'm back to it. But yeah, just been sitting at home playing Monopoly with the family and drinking and doing my thing, I guess. So yeah, that's my week summed up.
Well, that's interesting, that.
Yeah.
Congratulations on Oxford, Jaxon.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was
really
very
glad.
big. The exam to get in was very hard.
Shaun, how was your week, mate?
Yeah, it's great. So start of the week, my boss called me. He told me I don't have a job and will lose their job. But so to be fair, someone has to lose their job in this climate. So I'll take one for the team. I was happy about that. I'll be on Centrelink. I signed up for Centrelink as well. So I'll be getting those government payments. I was glad to hear, hopefully this podcast can take off because I was glad to hear I was a fan favorite last week. Everyone loved me from the audience reception. So hopefully I can do a few more of these, but other podcasts might be recruiting. Needed some work getting in here. But other than that, yeah, just been chilling, doing the chilling challenge. Just been at home, not doing much, and just enjoying life. Because when we're at home, it's important to we don't always like this. But sorry, cut me off there.
Well, listen, hey everyone, it's Sweeney back again. My week's been all right. It's been a bit disappointing though this weekend because it's been too long since I've chatted with all my mates like this. I really missed it. So it's fantastic to be back recording another podcast for everyone, especially after the great reception we got last week. Like most people at the moment, everything's pretty crazy in my life. I live a really wacky life. You wouldn't believe it. Everything's on lockdown in my hometown, effectively. So haven't been going outside. But listen, that's standard for a gamer like me. I've just been kicking back most days, playing a bit of Animal Crossing, the new game, playing a heap of Raid Shadow Legends, especially. You just look at the level of detail on some of these epic champions. It's unbelievable. I've had a few assignments to do this week as well, which has been a bit of a downer. But obviously Raid Shadow Legends has helped get me through it. Most important thing, though, is I've got my mates here. I've got a beer in hand, and I'm having a great time. That's why my week, no matter what it is, ends in a great way.
Cheers.
That's great, Sweeney. Cooper, how was your
Hey
week?
guys, I don't know where to start. You know, I'm trying to do as best as I can considering the circumstances. I'll admit I've been eating quite poorly. You know, going to bed at bad times. So recently I've tried to get into a good habit. Started walking, doing some exercise. Try to cut back on the junk food. But yeah, my walk's been interesting. Great to get outside. I notice people don't want to walk very close to you. Some people even cross the road. I'm not sure if it's just because of my skin color or if it's this whole coronavirus thing. But, you know, it is what it is. I've had uni on too. It's been quite good, though. They've kind of dropped the difficulty of to pass. You can get ungraded pass. So hopefully I'll just cruise through this semester pretty easily and graduate. What else can I say? Oh, like Shaun, I am too on the dole. I got the old send-off call. Gave me the letter of separation. Oh, that's me up. Cheers, fellas.
Well, let's start with some of the hot button issues that have been sent in from our viewers. The first, a classic question, whether pineapple belongs on pizza. I think you can put whatever you want on your pizza personally, but I would say that pineapple does not belong, just to the extent
is he done?
You can only say that things belong if they should always be there. So only really, you know, some tomato sauce and cheese belongs on pizza for mine. But any ancillary things you want to put on, hey, all good to me.
It's just one of those questions that people like ask that it's just like not really that important. Like, same as like, should tomato sauce be on the pantry or the fridge? It's like, I don't really care, you know.
Doesn't
I'm
really
kind of
matter.
sick of these questions. It's just kind of like a replacement for personality, and I'm sick of it. Jaxon?
As someone who doesn't have any personality, I believe that they're great conversation fillers.
Sorry, Jaxon. Sorry to cut off your personality there.
Listen, topic number 8. Which year was the best of the 2010s? It's pretty difficult to decide. Personally, I have to go with 2016. You know, personally, great year for me. Obviously, I graduated there from
Aquinas.
school. Yeah, it was excellent. You know, but
I think that question's a bit biased. I think everyone's biased to last year. I would say every year succeeding the next one's always been better. It's always got better.
You're full of shit, Shaun. I'd have to say that 2016 was the best year.
Especially the age we're at. 2019 was the best.
All right.
Cool. 2016 was the best year for music in the past, I reckon, 15 years.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that. JPEG Mafia came with an album last year. I'm his biggest fan, so...
I thought you were Death Group's biggest fan.
Yeah, also, but they we won't talk about that yet.
Well, every year has its ups and downs, I suppose. It's hard to say, you know. How can you sum up a year?
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost my shot glass.
Well, next topic. What are our thoughts on VR? That's the old virtual reality. Personally, I've never tried it, but I'd love to. You know, I'd love to give it a go. I'm not sure how I'd fare with it, but you know, the old Oculus Rift and stuff.
You get motion sick. Apparently, get motion sick. I've never had it before.
Sounds
you get
like
motion sick. Apparently,
is VR like the Wii?
No, not quite.
Nah.
You got motion sick playing fucking Mario Galaxy. So
You know those,
but a head like that should ache, Cooper.
Where did this come from, boys? No, it'd be the time of the colours too. The colours would kind of make me feel a bit sickly, and I'd have to stop for a while.
Yeah, but you have some special problems with you. Like, that's not VR's fault. I think that's more a you problem.
I get dizzy.
I've used VR, and I think it's weird because your character's perspective changes, but you don't move. So it is very disorientating. So I don't
use VR.
But it's pretty cool.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to cut you off there.
Right, on to our first mini game of the week. This one, pretty high stakes one. We're going to play scissors, paper, rock. We're going to start Jaxon versus Shaun. Let's go with their first scissors, paper, rock encounter.
Paper, scissors, rock.
Right? Yeah. Paper, scissors, rock.
Paper, scissors, rock.
Okay, Sweeney.
That's me.
All right. Paper, scissors,
rock. Oh,
I won that. So the two losers face off here. Cooper.
Who's that mean, Jaxon?
Paper, scissors, rock. Paper, scissors, rock.
Fuck.
Jaxon wins. So Cooper, you've got to do a shot of hard.
Okay, we got some Canadian club here. Going straight from the bottle. The only way I know how, huh?
Cooper,
Yeah.
you recently
Yeah.
got back from Canada. What was your favourite Canadian club?
Oh, sorry, going to cut you off there.
Well,
No
that's
time
it.
for that.
Well, we're fortunate enough to be into the first week of April. Despite all these things that are going on extrinsically, we're still getting through the year. And April 1st, it's a classic day, April Fool's Day. Cooper, which fool got you the best this week?
Oh, I actually kind of did get got by one. There was one. There was a link, and it was bottle shops are closing, and I'm probably guys like us, guys who like having a beer.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite
Love
things
beer.
to do. And I clicked on
I
it.
started
and I
racing.
because I work at a bottle shop. For viewers at home who don't know, but I've
Used
been
to.
fired anyway, so I was like, good, fucking, at least none of them have a job now. But it was just a joke, and I was like, all right, and yeah, it did get me for a second there though. How about you guys?
Me, I have a 17-year-old dog, and I was at work on April 1st, and I got a text from my sister saying that our dog had died. He'd passed away.
That's an epic prank, that.
Yeah. So
Sorry, cut you off there. That's a ding.
Well, next question, Shaun. Where do you hop off the battle bus in Fortnite?
that's good.
The swamp. I'm a
swamp?
fan of the swamp region. Yeah, you get
What's-
the little mushroom. The little
yeah.
mushrooms give you the shield back,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
it's only a little bit of shield, but it adds up. And I'm one of those guys who love to grind. So
Jaxon, where do you hop off the battle bus?
I really, really appreciate Haunted Hill. Haunted Hill had a lot of loot for the amount of people that went there. That's for sure. What about you, Sweeney? Where did you drop?
For mine, I dropped in a place recently called the Grotto. There's a helicopter in there, so you try to get in there. It's one of the newer additions.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I haven't
there's a
played
few
Fortnite
henchmen
in a while.
Yeah, Cooper.
I don't really play much Fortnite because I don't really like the Battle Royale format. I'm more of a Raid Shadow Legends guy.
Yeah,
Best thing
true.
about Raid Shadow Legends personally is the diversity of characters. And like for a mobile game, it looks beautiful and there's much more options than other
Sorry,
games.
sorry.
Even for is that a ding? Oh, yeah,
That's-
kind
that
of
is-
cool, Raid Shadow Legends.
Next topic. I don't know who's got an opinion on this. Drake's baby must have had a baby.
looks like Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh
Apparently,
yeah,
from what I've
the
heard.
story was here, Sweeney, for those who are unaware. Pretty much, Drake had a child with a porn star
2
that he
years.
essentially hid from the world for a while, and it was 2 years widely
Pusha T,
exposed
my
by,
boy.
Pusha T, a rival rapper, in a diss song, and people laughing at it because it's got blonde curly hair, much unlike him, who is short brown
And he's
hair.
very white.
He's very white looking. So people may be questioning, maybe this girl's just saying, Drake's her dad to get that money, which I don't think is true. I think he would have made her do a paternity test, someone like it.
Yeah.
But,
Interestingly, I saw a photo of Drake's mum, and it looks exactly like the baby.
yeah, because
Like-
people just look different when they're kids. I had blonde
Yeah.
curly hair when I was a kid. So
That's a ding.
That's fun, I guess. Cooper.
Ties or bow ties? For mine, I love a bow tie. I think you wear a tie to work, right? But if you're dressing up for something formal, I think the bow tie, that's the unique opportunity. So that's
Bunch of
why I
guys like us dress up.
I
Definitely.
feel like
bow
I've
tie.
never seen anyone I like wear a bow tie.
yeah, that's a good
Mate, what
point.
about-
People with bow ties are always just so smug, and they think they're like
They're
having a
just
real-
doing it-
like, they think they're really funny. And stuff.
Yeah, they're just doing it to be quirky and different. And
Little fucking teddy bear. They think they're really cute. It's
the guy with the bow tie is the same guy that asked me if I like pineapple on pizza.
Fuck,
You
that's a really
know I like
funny-
pineapple
that's
on my
really
pizza,
funny.
and you also know that I wear bow ties as my patented outfit.
The only
So-
person that should wear a bow tie is Bill Nye,
Who's Bill Nye?
the science
Who's
guy.
that?
Bill Nye the bow tie.
The science guy, right?
Yeah.
A couple of
dude.
bow ties. I really like bow ties.
And I
Oh my
back bow
God.
ties.
I'm no tie. I like the smart casual look. Like I'm
Yeah.
ready to.
That's too chill. That's a ding. That's
Well,
a ding.
obviously, we've seen a lot of people hoarding toilet paper during this crisis that's going on, which begs the question: how much toilet paper do you use? Per shit that you take, how many squares?
Sweeney, I remember actually about you about 3 years ago. I was told that you only use 1 square of toilet paper.
Yeah.
No. This was
And Sweeney, when
yeah.
you describe this, would say often with this one square, it wasn't strong enough to support his hand, so a thing would slip through and graze his
This is
arm.
untrue. This is
Which
untrue.
I
his arsehole
thought
a bit.
I wouldn't like that. Why didn't you just use a couple more squares? So then you
Just one more square, even double the
more
ply.
squares now, but I already had like 4.
Well, in times like this, you've decided to upgrade the amount of squares you use.
Yeah, surely we go down if at all.
I
Surely we
think it
go.
was
Surely
as soon as someone
apply.
pointed out to me that people use multiple squares, like that night, I was like, I felt pretty insecure, so I started to use more.
Did you
How
really
long will
only
you
think
realise
you
that
use
point?
one
You
square?
definitely didn't know that. What
Oh,
do you mean?
probably.
You're in the privacy of your own toilet. You can use as many squares you want.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have been like 17.
17?
Did you like
that's
finger your
all right.
ass? Oh, that's a ding. That's a ding. Sorry.
Well, next topic, number 16, we're on to now. Watchmojo videos. What do we think about them, fellas?
know what,
In my.
There you go, Shaun.
You go.
That's pretty awkward, that.
All right, so we have a 3-hour seminar, and they forced us to sit through a 10-minute Watchmojo video on the companies that went bankrupt. So I think it's good. I think it's good for the community and and get educational benefits.
Number 10 companies that went bankrupt. Number 4 will shock you. Number 4
did shock me.
Qantas.
Number 4 did shock me indeed.
Interesting.
No way. No way.
They have so
Qantas
many
is going
videos. It's
down.
unbelievable.
It's very easy to get sucked into them when you're bored.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just like, oh, I wonder what number 1 is. Like, you just want to know.
Yeah. I think they post, at least 10 a day.
And they always have like one of 2 different people doing the voiceovers. Must be
Yeah,
like literally a
the
full-time
girl.
job.
Both their
Yeah.
voices are just monotone, and it's
Yeah.
kind of soothing. Kind of
Number
like
15, Burger
That's
King.
a ding.
Woolworths.
It's just kind of, you turn your brain off and watch them.
Woolworths or Coles? For me, Coles. There was never really a Woolworths nearby my house at any point, so I've never used Woolworths particularly.
Where do you live,
Coles
Sweeney?
Mongoloid.
I won't reveal that. I don't want the followers coming to my house.
What's your address?
Nah, not quite. What are the lucky 3 digits on the back of your credit card, Jaxon?
Classic.
I'll
I'm
call them out.
more of a Coles person, but the thing is, there's 2 Woolworths right near me, so you can
See, I
dox
like
me from that
Woolworths.
if you want. I'm more of a Coles person.
You know why I don't like Coles? I'll tell you why I'm a Woolworths guy. The guy who did like the speed.
You guys know Lilo and Stitch?
Thing. I think he ended up being a bad guy. I'm pretty sure he got cancelled doing that.
Curtis.
I don't remember what.
No, he's still going. He's doing
Oh, is he?
coronavirus
I thought that
updates.
he was dodgy.
No, he's posting he's doing ad reads about not hoarding nowadays.
In Lilo and Stitch,
Right.
Stitch is experiment number 626. So that's my
You can see
bank
the
card
digits on
number.
the front as well.
Yeah, that's a good
That's a
point,
ding, fella. That's a
actually.
ding. We'll cut you off there.
You're gonna have to.
Well, that's unbelievable from Jaxon.
I don't have any money.
Best movie trilogies of all time.
Oh, easy. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and I don't care. Star Wars is the only thing that matters. Star Wars is the best movie
I think
series
there's
ever.
actually a lot of good trilogies, but I think a lot of series ruin themselves by having too many movies. I think
You were
Pirates.
playing Star Wars?
No, I think Pirates of the Caribbean, for example, the first 3
Yeah.
are super good, and then the 4th one is just absolute dog shit,
First
unwatchable
2
level.
Pirates of the Caribbean are really good.
The third
Yeah,
one's good. The
they're
third
really
one's good. Yeah.
I can't really remember the 3rd one, if I'm honest.
I never watched
Well,
any
I think
of them,
Fountain
so-
of Youth was the 4th one that kind of flopped though, because
Yeah. Stranger Tides.
Lando Bloom wasn't it?
Yeah, he wasn't in it.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
So I personally really like the one that Michelle Obama was in recently. They just did the last.
What was that?
Sorry, Jackson. I'm going to cut you off there.
It's got cut off.
All right, well, final question from me for a while. Which do we prefer, metalwork or woodwork? For mine, I don't know. Pretty similar. I think woodwork just seems less dangerous to me inherently. I think metalwork, because you had to do the flame, stuff.
Thanks, Sweeney.
I reckon it was different for me. I was genuinely good at metalwork. I got the good grades. But then woodwork, we had more fun. So I'll probably have to go woodwork. If I had to pick between the 2, I'll probably go woodwork.
Cooper?
I think woodwork is more enjoyable. You can make kind of more aesthetic stuff, but metalwork's probably more useful. You can probably make more useful stuff, and it's probably
Yeah, I probably agree with that.
long-term a better thing to invest
Yeah.
in. If you
Woodwork's
want to be
probably more
handyman,
entry level.
but I
In
think-
the industrial applications, woodwork is definitely not as good as metalwork, but woodwork
Yeah.
I would definitely rather be better at because it would be
Yeah.
a very good hobby to get.
yeah, it's kind of more artistic in a way. I guess.
Yeah,
It's a
much
good
more.
question, that
More of an
one.
art.
That one's
That's a
interesting.
ding.
All right, Cooper, up to you.
Okay. Number 20 is everyone's familiar here with the show Hot Ones on YouTube. If you could pick anyone to go on that, anyone throughout history, who would you choose? Sweeney, what about you?
I'd probably pick just, someone that, like Julius Caesar, something like that. Someone who lived ages ago. It'd be really
Do you
interesting
speak
to see
Italian,
that.
Sweeney?
Well, he would have spoke like Latin or something, like ancient Greek. It would have been a lot.
Yeah,
How would
let's
you talk
assume
with
we
him?
can understand what he says.
It doesn't matter if you can understand. I just want to see him react to the last dab. See how he handles it.
Jackson, what do you think?
I'd like to speak to your dad, Cooper.
It'd be interesting to see what. I just want to see him.
I just want to know why he would do that.
Himself. I don't think,
Yeah.
especially when he's got that bomb going down his throat. He's going to be crying just as much as I did.
What about you, Cooper? Who would you like to
Sean,
talk to?
Sean, I'd like to hear your.
I reckon Epstein. I reckon Epstein had something to say. I reckon because Hot Wongs get to tell the truth.
That'd be interesting.
That's
He would,
actually-
he would have some stuff to say, and
Yeah,
I reckon Hot Wongs would get it out of him.
Yeah, it'd
think.
be fast. Yeah,
Cooper, quickly.
Okay, no, it's all right.
Our first fight
number
analysis.
22. Why does our February only have 28 days? Does anyone know this? I personally don't. Sweeney, do you know? Sean?
29
I
this year. Had 29 this
know
year.
the reason for this.
Okay, wait, we'll let Jackson speculate first, and we'll come back to you. Jackson, why do you think it's 28 days? Just short.
February has 28 days in it because that's how many branches naturally occur on a fibrosa tree.
Is that true, Sweeney?
No, it's because it was either number 2, which is like the month that it falls in, or the number 29, which they were going to make it, which it still is with leap years, but that was a later invention, was unlucky to the Romans who first made the calendar.
Take this L.
And like formalized it properly. So that's why it only has things. You missed an important topic I'd note as well, Cooper. So we'll just track back to that one. But it's mainly because of the Romans being unlucky.
Okay. I'll just replace the last one with the.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, this is the previous question, but we'll just use this as the next one. Who do you reckon you guys would win in a fight between the cast of the Big Bang Theory or the 7 p.m. project? In like a gang fight.
That was a big question.
I would like to beat the. That'd be
wouldn't
great.
everyone really?
I reckon underrated the Big Bang Theory. I think there may be more of them. But I think the 7 p.m. project mainly just pushovers. Like they're good for telly. They
have
smile, but
that blonde guy who hosts like Q&A now.
He's kind of big.
I reckon he could take most of the Big Bang cast.
Yeah, but Sheldon's a smart guy. He'll probably start throwing things.
Yeah,
He knows
that's
all the
right.
pressure points of the human body.
He'd understand.
And once Raj gets an alcohol in him, he's a bit of a wild card. He could just go
Like
crazy
me.
and bite a motherfucker's throat off. Right? What do you think, Sean?
Well, we'll get back to Shaun.
I think Sean's a bit frozen there.
I think Howard is good. He's funny.
That's a ding, boys. We've missed a ding here.
You get beaten to death by Carrie Bickmore.
Sure,
Next
Jason.
topic. Has Marvel gone too far? What do we think?
I thought I was asking these questions. So.
Yeah. Come on. We
Yeah,
missed
come
the
on,
ding.
Marvel. I don't think they've gone far enough. I haven't. Has there been a gay superhero yet? I'd like to see that.
That's a good point.
Interesting.
I'd like to see some parliamentary procedure.
Do we watch? Is there a female superhero yet? I don't watch a lot
Yeah,
of
the
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, she's hot.
I
Black
know
Widow?
that.
Yeah, Brie Larson, her name. She actually
Wait, Sean, actually, isn't every female a superhero in their own way?
Yeah. Nah, realistically, that's why you got
Surviving in the sexist glass ceiling 21st century.
I think nowadays with all this political turmoil, if you're a minority in America, especially if you're a double minority, sometimes that's more heroic than being anything. Like there's some of those struggles. Honestly.
It's a ding, sorry.
Okay, next question. Would you rather be a centaur or a mermaid? A centaur, sorry.
I think I'd rather be a mermaid, which I think might be a controversial take. Well, a merman, I suppose you'd be. But under the sea is pretty cool.
No, that's not the question, Sweeney. Mermaid or a centaur?
Well, yeah, mermaid, right? But a male mermaid,
No, that's not
Oh,
what
you
No,
turn
that's
into
not
a
the
girl.
question.
Well, if I become a female by doing it, then I'd absolutely do that. That's a bonus.
Then you can look at your sexy body all the time.
Yeah, but you got a tail at that point.
You can just buy. Oh, no, you got a hot sister.
Is that a
Jackson,
hot take? I think-
centaur or mermaid for you?
Centaur, probably. They're the horses with the human bodies, right?
Yeah.
You get hunted. Joe Rogan would come and gun you
Yeah,
down.
Joe Rogan
You
will come
got
to
a
you with a
big
crossbow.
horse dick. You can run so
Do you
fast.
know? I haven't
You could
seen
get a
that
car. I mean, you could run fast and get a gun.
You wouldn't fit in a car.
You'd make one. That'd be
Can't get a car.
centaur
You don't need
cars.
to get a car. You're fast.
Ding.
Okay, ding. Next question.
Exactly. It's so quick.
Next questions are: would you rather Google Plus or MySpace get revived? I personally just quickly would say MySpace because it's very you could personalize it a lot. You could have songs. But Google Plus never really took off, I felt. What do you guys think?
Well, I think it's that MySpace was like the older one, so people have like fond memories of it because in the past it was so good. Whereas Google Plus tried to launch while like everything was already established, so no one just people used MySpace then fell off, whereas no one used Google Plus ever.
No one, it never got to that. Never got to that thing.
And what are they plussing? Is my question. It's Google Plus what?
Hey, can I plus one my friend to your party?
Google with an addition.
I can't go. You're sleeping in my house.
Yeah.
Remember when they tried to integrate YouTube with Google Plus and like everyone just
it was really annoying. Yeah,
they pretty much did it. You have to
Isn't it
Google
still? I still log into YouTube with my Google
Did they
Plus.
get away with it?
The same. Yeah, they got away with it. They fooled fools like you.
Okay, Ding, next question. Jaxon, what's your fun fact of the week?
Fun fact of the week. Did you know that 4,877 is the only prime number that...
The only prime number?
Yeah.
Is this the only one? Is this the only prime number? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now let the man finish. What
the
do you
thing
have to
about
say?
Jaxon is Jackson's never lied, so I don't see why he would lie about this fact. So I'm gonna have to agree with him. Whatever number he said, that's the only prime number.
4,044 is the only prime number.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
Wasn't it
That's what I said.
4,877?
Yeah, Cooper got that wrong. Don't know where he got
What
that
did you
wrong.
have to say about that number in particular? It's the only prime number.
That's it. It's the only one.
It's the only prime number.
It's the only prime number that Abraham Lincoln
Knew about.
had.
It's the only one he discovered.
Yeah.
That's a ding. Sorry.
Okay, next question. This is an interesting one. Times where you've seen your dad cry. I'm going to start with Shaun. Just make it quick.
Yeah.
Get through all these.
So what? So it was kind of a rapid fire moment. So my dad never cried for the first 18 years of my life. I would say probably 16 years of my life.
Not
And
impossible.
then for the next 5 years, he just couldn't stop bawling his eyes out.
Why was he crying? Just tell me why he was crying.
So there was one time when he lost his job and he started crying. A lot of my friends call him a sookie lala for that, but some people might say it's fair enough because it was the first time. It was the first time.
Did your dad cry the other day because of a co-worker who he didn't really get on with?
No, he didn't cry about that. He didn't cry about.
You loved it.
Oh yeah, okay. So we were a bit drunk, you know us drinking this kind of stuff. And then my dad wanted to get us out of the house because the music was too loud. Oh, sorry.
We'll get to it next time.
Okay, next question. Participation trophies. What do we think of them? Jaxon, what do you think?
Absolute bullshit.
I think participation trophies are a necessary evil in today's society.
What does that mean?
Kids are they crack the shits. And what's that you got there, Sweeney?
Participation trophy.
Is that your head boy?
I was just a member of the club, and then they've given me a trophy.
That's Sweeney's head boy trophy.
What a waste of club resources.
I agree.
Congratulations on being head boy, Sweeney, of 2016.
Yeah, congratulations.
Participation.
Head?
Yes,
What did you participate in?
Head boys.
I think they should be around. I think they're good. I think they're good for the kids. Kids love them, right? If it makes them feel like they did something, why not? It doesn't affect me. I'm the first place kind of guy.
Participation awards, though, is the thing. Maybe the bloody socialists would implement them.
Yeah, look, okay, so my philosophy on life is if you're not first, you're last.
That's a ding. Sorry, Jaxon.
Next question. Okay, this is an easy up straight one. Mathletics or cool math games? I'll just start against the grain, so if you guys would like to respond to this. I think Mathletics is it's kind of more popular, but I like cool math games because there's a few games that slipped the cracks that had nothing to do with math. But you could play them like Tanks.
Tanks had angles and triangles in it.
Yeah, but not really. You weren't really looking at that.
I think Mathletics is more iconic. You remember
it is. It definitely
experience more and making your avatar. But
my password for year 10 Mathletics was bump 60. And for some reason...
Mine was orange 54.
Can you show the front of your credit card as well?
Yeah, Jaxon,
we already had
blur it out in the... You blur it out later?
I don't know if iMovie can.
Yeah, we'll blur that in the post,
626.
Don't worry about that.
Okay,
no, yeah, I think if you had to have more fun, you'd probably...
I haven't signed it yet as well, so...
I don't think Mathletics was an intelligence-based game. I was good at math, but I couldn't type.
I remember Mathletics, everyone just hacked and did one more.
Sorry, that's a ding. That's a ding.
Jaxon, time for you to ask some questions, man.
Minigame. Who can hold their breath the longest? I'm not going to lie.
All right.
I'm probably going to need more than a minute for this.
All right,
3, 2, 1.
I swear Shaun just cheated. All right, I'm out. Shaun's out. 100% Shaun's out. Well, congratulations.
Jaxon. I'll give Jaxon that one.
Fun fact about myself, I can hold my breath the whole way through the tunnel.
Next,
Just like your mum.
next
She can
topic.
hold her
Next
breath for a
topic.
long time. Next topic.
Did the dingo?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, fellas. Where are we up to? Tony versus Khabib.
It's
What do we
not
reckon
gonna
about
happen
that?
for a while. I think.
Who would win, though? Who would win in that?
Like Tony. I'm one of the biggest Tony fans ever.
Tony Ferguson is probably the best fighter around, I reckn.
But the
He's
thing is,
crazy.
he's had trouble. He's like the fights that he's come close to losing has been against wrestlers who can put him on his back and really just pound him out. And
Did you
there's no
see
better person
Khabib's
than
closest he's ever gotten to losing when he got put in the
Bryson
guillotine?
Tebow, it's not even that close either. Bryson Tebow also popped like 6 months after that for steroids. He went into that fight estimatedly around 200 pounds. And I think Khabib still won at least 3 out of those 2 out of those 3 rounds.
All right. So another mini game. This one's knock knock. So it's your best knock knock jokes, everybody. So what have we all got?
Jaxon, maybe you begin.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
you
Knock
start
knock.
off. Who's there?
Go and fuck yourself.
Yeah.
There's no etiquette
okay.
in that one, is there?
Yeah.
It works. You got a few laughs.
No, so because everybody goes for the traditional knock knock joke and they just play right into your hand and they expect the format, but this goes completely off script. So I appreciate it.
Hey, Jaxon, knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow who?
Moo.
That's not bad.
Was that?
You thought I was going to interrupt you, but I didn't. I played on the expectations.
Knock.
That's a good point.
Who's
Keep
there,
it-
Sweeney?
Interrupting Bell.
Interrupting Bell who?
Oh, close.
That's pretty good.
That was good.
Jaxon, next question.
Okay. Which savoury snack is the best? Everybody, what do we reckon? So
That's
I reckon
pretty broad.
pretzels are pretty good. I enjoy chips as well, but
Which type of chip, I suppose? Most people probably say
the chives one, sour cream and chives, or French onion,
What
I think. Or
What brand?
Or cheese.
Lays is one of the best.
Lays.
Lays.
Man, we have Lays.
I'm not big on Lays.
I'm gonna go party pies. Party pies are so tasty,
pies.
especially when someone
that's
pulls them out at prees. Party pies are unbelievable.
I'm
There's a
more
little
of a-
bit of beef as well.
Yeah, honestly, the goat ones are potato gems at Prees and like I think
Yeah, potato
sausage
gems are
rolls.
good.
I think mini sausage rolls are better than party.
Party pies.
Anyone
are better
remember
than sausage rolls.
Smileys? Smileys were
What
good.
was that?
They're like little potato deep fried things that you.
That's the thing. Sorry.
All right. I've just skipped to the end of the questions, but here I've got which business would be glad the coronavirus crisis occurred?
First
Shaun,
Farmers.
what's your input on this?
West Farmers.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
it's a
West
company-
Farmers are loving it, man. I got some West Farmers
gobbling
stocks, and
up
I'm
companies,
pretty stoked
apparently,
with what's going on at
allegedly.
the moment.
Dude, West Farmers
Yeah,
own
they're about to fucking take Qantas.
They
Retail
own
everything,
Bunnings.
man.
They own Bunnings.
Bunnings, like fucking Woolies or some shit. I don't know, one of the
retail
supermarkets.
supermarkets
But I know
that are
Woolies.
going down. I don't know.
Yeah, but they to be fair, they got Bunnings keeping them afloat.
The
And apparently they got
obvious
enough
one-
capital to just buy up a bunch of companies.
The
And like,
obvious
think about
one-
supermarkets are selling out of everything at the moment, so their fucking business is booming for them.
But
They're loving it.
Zoom would be a classic one. Man,
Shout
fucking everyone's
out.
got Zoom now. Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
but
out.
Zoom's just been exposed.
Friend of the show.
Zoomgate. They've
Actually,
been
Yeah.
stealing everyone's data apparently and selling
yeah,
it to
but
Facebook.
everyone does
Alright,
that
that's a
now.
ding. We're gonna
$1 billion
talk about
class
that.
action lawsuit. Okay, how fast will Usain Bolt be in his 60s? What do we all reckon?
Oh,
I think
We
it's
do
still probably
100.
faster than I would ever be as fast. You know, I think it's
no,
still
I wouldn't agree with that. Your body degrades pretty fast, especially at 60.
yeah, but
Right,
his
so probably
genetics are
seven.
insane.
Training.
Medicine's only getting
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, and you would think he would
He'll
stop
probably start
training.
taking like TRT or something.
I think he would run.
HGH.
I think he would run 100 meters in like 13 seconds.
Yeah,
I reckon.
When the
I
world
reckon
record
it's
he
like
set is like
12.
9.59.
I think your body deteriorates fast, but I think 60, you're like still...
60 is fine. No,
Well,
yeah.
it depends. Just depends. How he
Especially
takes
with
care
how
of
much
himself.
money he has, and
Like,
that's
he
just
also
like
takes care of himself. And
Like
he
the
does all
training,
stuff he
yeah,
can.
yeah.
He probably, yeah.
What do we
He'll
think?
be-
I think 14, 13 seconds he could do.
Yeah, 14.
I
I'll go 14.
don't know what's the average speed for 100 meters?
Like Ryan Berryman does about 12 seconds, and you say, and like,
That's Ryan Berryman.
yeah. So cut you off there.
Two Shauns versus one Cooper.
This question comes from Annie Brown.
What?
Annie
Yeah.
Brown.
I know that is good. Good
It's
question,
a
Annie
common
Brown.
misconception. Like 2-on-1 is very uneven. Like you like to see the good movies where like Jackie Chan or some shit beats up like 4 guys. It's very hard. If someone
You comparing yourself to Jackie Chan, Cooper?
So
That's a
answer the
bit
question.
rich.
Answer the
Yeah,
question. Would
pretty
Tully
much.
beat the shit out of you?
I can sure. I don't know.
Only-
This guy.
I can try. Do you know what it would be? It would just be how could I take the other one out before the other one like kills
Yeah.
me? That's
Well,
really the main
if the two cooperate, like they're both like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm willing
if
to
they're
take a fair bit
smart.
of
But they won't. They won't. So what's going to happen is Cooper's going to take him to the ground and break one of their arms, and the other one's not even going to know what
I think
happened
in
yet. So it's going to be a one-on-one.
in
I reckon
hand
there's
to
They'll all
hand
be
four
throwing
Shauns.
hands. They'll be
If
throwing
it was
bombs.
serious, I
They
reckon
call me the bronze
2
bomber
Shauns.
for a reason.
in hand-to-hand combat, I think if you're outnumbered, you're kind of just fucked.
You pretty
If
much,
you had a
unless you are
weapon-
like
if you had a
Four
weapon-
Shauns could kill one Cooper.
One weapon
Nah,
would do the
that's
difference.
two.
If you're
That's the thing.
truly elite, you can, but no, it's hard, very hard.
All right, what do we got next? I put my phone
Next
down.
is, WA
WA Secession. Sweeney, you have a Facebook page on that, so I'd like to hear your
I'm a
take on
proud
that.
secessionist. Look, it's pretty hot button issue at the moment because we've been closing the
Still
border.
recording. Still recording.
We're finally sort of starting to
One
kick
step
people from the
closer.
eastern states out as a consequence of the coronavirus. And maybe that's not the best way to make it happen, but so long as we're shutting the border, we're making it a hard closure, and we're never letting the rest of these eastern state fucking leeches come in, then I'm pretty happy.
So Sweeney, you're pro coronavirus then?
Not quite.
You think it's doing good things for WA?
I mean, it's doing good things for the environment. So it's doing good things in a lot of areas, but like obviously on net it's a bad, but in certain areas, sure.
I think in WA overall so far it's a positive thing.
That's a thing.
Can we edit that out?
Yeah, we'll let that in post.
Minigame. The fellas try to name as many notorious serial killers in under a minute. I'll start with
Just go as quick as you can.
I can't
Ed
think of any.
Kemper, Edward
That's good.
Kemper, D'Angelo,
Ivan Milat.
Golden State
Ivan
Killer.
Milat.
The Claremont serial killer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
What was his name again? What's his name?
I have no idea his name.
I
I was
don't know.
Claremont serial killer.
Oh, Bradley
Stop,
Robert
Rob.
Edwards.
Someone deleted my next question.
No, that's
Rob.
later. That's later.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you don't want too many things to.
Ted Bundy's a good one.
Ted Bundy, that's the classic.
Ted Bundy, yeah.
The dude who dressed as a clown. The
Oh,
clown serial killer.
Yeah.
Fellas, I got the best. I got the best one yet. I got the best one yet. What about
not quite
what about
serial.
Hillary Clinton? How do you feel with Hillary Clinton clue? She's killed a lot.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I don't think
She's good at the drone.
Hey, look at the emails. Look at the emails.
On that note, Barack Obama, he did a lot of drone strikes.
Sorry, we'll have to cut you off there. We'll have to cut you off there.
Political. Next question.
What are we looking at here?
Daylight savings is our next
I'm
broad
lost.
topic. Look, I don't like daylight savings personally.
Why not? It's
because
fun.
that
Changes up the routine a bit.
Yeah, who cares about the routine?
Changes
I'm
the
unemployed
routine.
anyway.
I get bored with life. I like change a lot.
The whole thing applies to it, but like, it's just why it's just silly. I think
You know,
it's
the
just-
daylight savings Monday, like the first one where everyone loses an hour, has the highest suicide rates of any day ever by like a scale of like 6. Because like
And that's considerable considering that they have a whole hour less to do it.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. But yeah, some
That's a good point.
this hour of sleep and are like, fuck it, like just go.
Really? You know the
Yeah,
highest
yeah.
suicide rate
It's economically
job
realistic.
in Australia is a male dentist.
Let's ding. All right. So the next question we have here is, was the Industrial Revolution a mistake? Starting off with you, Cooper.
I think the Industrial Revolution was a mistake because it kind of really kick-started the idea of what we think of capitalism is now. I don't agree with that. And I prefer we would just, back to our roots, having more community than we do now, because I think capitalism really divided people.
Understandable. Yeah, for mine, I think the environmental degradation that has occurred since it has been unparalleled. You know, that's what really kicked off, and that's what's
What
been
about volcano eruptions or the meteorite that hit the Earth? I think that
a
was
lot of
quite
bad things, but
parallel
we've
to it.
exacerbated them, arguably. I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm just noting that's a bad thing. But without the Industrial Revolution, this podcast could never happen. So
Yeah, I was going to say,
Without the
will we be
Industrial
here talking-
Revolution,
That's
the
true.
peppered moth
Exactly.
wouldn't exist, and that's what Mr. Bell taught me in year 7. So
Who's Mr.
Yeah,
Bell?
that's Mr. Bell.
Sorry, that's a ding. Cut that out there.
hard liquor shot. Hold on, is it?
Wait, what?
question
So
for
the next question here is, Boris Johnson has coronavirus. Pretty wild, hey? It's more of a statement, but Jaxon, we'll get your take on this.
Yeah,
What
look,
do you
I
reckon?
hate to get political with everyone here, but fuck the government and fuck Boris.
you.
Explain, elaborate on that, please.
Boris Johnson, he recently listed his 5 most strongest women of all time, and he listed his grandmother as one of them. I think that's a bit biased. So
I could fuck up Boris Johnson.
I could bench her.
Yeah,
I
so
could
I
probably
don't agree with
shit out
anything
of
he
Boris
says.
Johnson's grandmother.
What about you, Shaun? What do you think of Boris
Boris
Johnson?
I'll say Boris Johnson. He seems like a nice enough guy. He hasn't done anything to me.
There's a really good...
He's paying for my Centurelink, isn't he?
No, he's not. There's a really good
What?
video of Boris Johnson. He's playing like touch rugby against some like
Oh,
under 10s.
Oh,
And
that's a
some
dig,
kid tries
sorry.
to tackle him and he literally just bowls him over. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good. Coronavirus
Question we got-
lockdowns.
Oh, yep. Okay. Coronavirus lockdowns.
Has anyone been
that's
quarantined
us.
yet? Anyone here been quarantined?
Not officially, but I've pretty much fully been. So like, I have not even seen my girlfriend at the moment. So
Is that because your dad's quite frail and old?
it's quite immunocompromised, as they say.
Yeah, but I thought you haven't seen your dad in a
I'm
while.
trying to get the Centurion to do that. Give me more
Who's this
money.
other man? Who's this other man in your house? I thought you haven't seen your dad. Who's this other man in your
My
house? I thought you haven't seen your
stepmother.
dad or your stepdad.
My stepfather / first sexual partner.
Who would win a fight? You or your stepdad?
I think my stepdad. He can't.
What if
walk.
there's
He has a
7
weapon.
of
He has
him?
a weapon.
He does have a weapon. He's the crutches. He can really poke someone with it. But you know, if I
What
knock
if
him over,
there's 7 of
fall
Pete?
down the leg, he's done.
He already said one Pete would beat one Cooper. So
Oh, really?
Oh, I
7
reckon I
people
could
would
take on
roll
about
over
5.
Cooper.
I reckon I could take on about 5 Pete's at once at least.
How's Pete doing sexually?
It's a ding. Sorry, no ding.
Yeah.
So what we got here is the best joke you know. What do you know, Sweeney? What joke do you know?
Oh, look, I know this really good one about this cow.
Michelle Obama.
No, it's about a cow, right? Who's always interrupting things, right? So, you know, for example,
On his record.
Cooper.
My best joke. Probably
I wanna hear the
Professor
cow
of
joke
Logic
now.
joke. Maybe I'll tell it next week. I really like that joke. I think it's really funny. Besides that, what else do I like? No, I'd say Professor of Logic. Yeah.
Press load, good joke. We'll give you a whole minute that week. I hope someone asked about that.
You don't need to
What do you think,
give
Jack?
the joke. You just need to explain what the joke is. What is
no,
it?
I'll give the joke. I'll give my favorite joke.
Go on, Jaxon, give your joke. Whatever time you got left.
Jackson.
Go and fuck yourself.
He's done it again.
Is that it? Is that it? You can't win. All right, that's a ding. Sorry about that. So, hypothetical fight. Alex the Lion from Madagascar or Edmure Tully from Game of Thrones?
I think Edmure Tully has a crossbow in like a scene. So if he picks him off from the distance, he'll get Alex. But you know, Alex with his friends and you know the crazy antics that they get up to, they'll probably get some good plan that would give Alex the edge.
The thing is,
So I
Alex,
think Alex.
Alex never wins in a fight, though, is the thing. He's not a fighting lion.
Yeah,
Like,
but he's still a lion, mate.
no, but he's
Mate, you
not.
know,
Who does
the
Edmure
whole
Tully
antics
beat
they
the
get
fight?
up to.
Edmure
They might
Tully's
accidentally
double
kill him. Who knows?
So I'm
With
pretty
these
sure the
goofy
whole
antics.
second Madagascar movie is about like how he doesn't want to be a lion, he doesn't want to fight,
I go to the
that he just
toilet.
wants to like, you know, be a party animal and stuff, you know, dance for people. He wouldn't fight anyone. He's a coward. You know, maybe you outwit people, but that doesn't mean you win in a fight.
Jackson's
But you gotta-
leading to his patent question next.
Does he have
That's
his
alright.
friends? Does he have his friends or not? Sorry, that's a ding there.
All right.
So the next question we have here is, everyone, do your best Mace Windu impression.
You want me
And
to start?
Start Cooper
Okay,
go, yeah. We'll go Sweeney then me. And then
Okay.
comes back again.
Damn. This little motherfucking cracker got some crazy midichlorians.
Well, that's
That's Sweeney, you go.
Oh, I'll do one. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. That's That's not
sure.
bad.
Shit, you reckon I'm letting him be a Jedi Master?
Dad, these
And then-
motherfucking.
So I guess we'll have to rate the Jedi. So where do you rate him, Cooper? Out of yours, objectively, who are the
Well, like the
best?
strongest.
Yeah.
Mace Windu's pretty strong. He's probably the best besides Yoda, I think.
Oh,
I think
Anakin?
that, like,
Surely
he is.
Anakin.
Well, he had. Well, this is a big argument in Star Wars fandom. If he actually had.
Oh, sorry. No time for that. We're going to cut you off there. So the next question we got is, damn, bro, you got the whole squad laughing expolated.
Extrapolate, I think it says.
Extrapolate, yeah.
Well, you've got the whole squad.
It's not right.
I think that's a Cooper question.
Yeah, it's like when someone does a shit call.
Cooper, can you go on to describe the meme for everyone at home who doesn't know what
When someone
it
makes a
is?
shit call, you say that in jest to make them feel even worse about making a bad call. Yeah, I think
Are you
it works
sure?
well.
Extrapolate. Shouldn't that be just elaborate?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who asked that question. You know, we don't
Technically,
talk crap about the
extrapolate
viewers.
does work,
We're
but
pretty respectful of viewers.
yeah, I don't know about
Mate,
this.
what do you know about English? Do you know how to spell stories? Do you know the definition of stories? Sorry, that's a ding. We'll cut you off there. So the next question we got here is, what do we think about stay-at-home dads? Cooper, I think you should have something good to say about this.
Stay-at-home dads. Look, I would probably take the role as a stay-at-home dad. I think if you were
You
a
wish your dad stayed at home.
You'd have to. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I do wish that would be a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah. I think if you were a stay-at-home dad, you'd have to occupy yourself with like a really good hobby or something. So yeah.
Why would a stay-at-home
running away.
dad? Why would a stay-at-home dad need to occupy themselves with a hobby? Do you think a stay-at-home mum needs to occupy themselves with a hobby?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the
They need to be
cooking.
into something.
You see, I just, I'm glad to see gender norms.
Do you know what they need to be focused on? Not spending all my money while I'm working, huh?
Mate,
Yeah,
aren't you unemployed right
I
now?
actually really
I'd like to
enjoy
point that
cooking.
out. But
Fine.
I think cooking is very fun.
Jackson, you seem to have what hobby do you think stay-at-home dads should
Toilet break
partake?
for me.
Archery or? Oh, sorry about that.
Hold on.
So the next question here is MINIGAME. Cooper does the alphabet backwards.
Oh shit.
Let's hear it.
Okay, am I going?
Mm-hmm.
So it's Z, Y, X. Is it U next or W?
No, you're missing one.
Z, Y, X, V,
Yeah, V.
V, U,
I think
and
W.
W, then U,
Then U.
and fuck, I wouldn't have a clue.
Oh wait, no, because it's
U?
UV.
Is it Q?
It's UV, so it is W. Oh yeah, shit. No, yeah. We'll go from W.
It's
Go from
hard,
W.
isn't it? Yeah, so Z, Y, X, W,
Just go fast. Just say letters fast.
Z,
Go from the
Y,
start.
X, W, U, V, I, O.
Miss TS, but that's all good.
That was the next question.
So the next question here is: have any of you attempted to suck your own dick? I'd say no.
Right now.
I've heard
Jaxon, you're good on-
rumors. I've heard rumors that you need to take out ribs and shit.
You know what
for
though?
that.
Like,
I've never
what's
taken
the
out
point?
ribs,
So, like, I think that even if you tried and you got there, it's a lot of work to do. So it's like, nah.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Have you,
I
Sweeney?
don't-
What
I
about
haven't
you? Have you ever tried to
Like,
suck your
I
own
think
dick?
I've tried like to flex it, but I think even if I could
Yeah,
get there, I
yeah.
wouldn't do it.
I've tried it.
Oh, you have?
Unsuccessfully. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
you'd
just
imagine that
interested
would
in
be.
whether I could do it. I don't think I was trying to do it, but I was like, could I do it?
Yeah.
So
And so you didn't. You obviously didn't.
no, absolutely not. I didn't even get close.
They say you need to remove ribs,
Very
but I reckon with enough heart, I reckon you could do it. Like,
Well, I
if
think
you're
with enough
really
heart
dedicated.
to touch it, but you couldn't like pleasure
Oh,
it.
maybe.
You couldn't
Yeah,
do it.
sorry.
Yeah, you couldn't
That's a
do it.
ding.
You
So-
made it.
Oh, that's 50.
Yeah, we have a,
That's a hard shot.
Oh, I already filled this up with no. I'll go.
Yeah, well, I'll do that shot, and then the hard shot will come next for me.
I need to pee after this.
That's all good. Jaxon, he's struggling at the moment. He's disappeared from the podcast. Well, he's muted himself is the issue.
Yeah, sorry.
Understandable. Hard shot.
I gotta pee/vomit. I don't know.
Look, my hard shot will be next. Oh, and a hard shot and a score update. So how many beers have you had, fellas?
12. 4 and then the shots.
I've had the better half of a bottle of Crown Royal.
I've had about 5 and a bit, personally. So that's a pretty impressive score.
Beers.
Yeah, I do. I think I replaced. I had fucking know. Yeah, I had 4. I need to get going. I need to get to 9. I think at least.
Hard shot. All
right. My hard shot's coming for the next question.
Oh, I got bit at the park yesterday, and it hurt.
That's a ding. That's a ding.
Ding on my hand. Ding. What's the next question?
Who do you hate most in the world, and why? Cooper, you do it while we're recovering.
Probably people who ask you if tomato sauce belong in the fridge or pantry, or if pineapple belongs on pizza. I honestly don't fucking care. It's just one of those things that get spread around the internet. I think it's a really goofy thing. Like fucking probably like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and How I Met Your Mother make a joke about it. But like, it's legit just not that interesting. There's way more. There's better questions to be asked.
For mine, it's the Ottomans. I'll never forgive what they did to our boys in Gallipoli.
Yeah, they mowed us down,
That's
didn't they?
fair.
They really got us. They got us good.
Oh my god, mate! That chin shot actually killed me.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah, that's another ding.
Just before we move on to the next topic, I'd like to say, for the person who I hate the most, you know who you are. You're probably not watching.
Next topic.
Fuck yourself.
Listen, BC and AD, in terms of referring to years, we have 300 BC or, 2020 AD or BC
I reckon it should be
CE.
It's what they're based off, so I think it should be a BC and an AD. It's like what the numbers, either way, it's the same numbers being used. So it's like before Common Era and before Christ. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Like,
and then
they just got in first. Yeah. So
exactly. We're trying to secularize everything, but it's like, I understand if, it was called we called this like God's year 520, when in the Common Era, it would be like 1070. But if they're the same year and if
exactly. It's just a tradition thing. Like, keep it how it is. Like, it's an important part of our history. There's nothing changing.
Ding.
I need to get more Coke.
All right, another fight question. Who would win?
We've already done this question. This is a repeat.
Yeah, we have. Look, what is your opinion, Shaun, on puppets?
Like the talking hand puppets and stuff, and like all those kind of puppets.
Yeah,
I got nothing wrong with them. It's more of a child thing. I've grown up. I've learned a lot in my life. I think puppets are for children.
As a kid, did you like them?
No, I never got into
Shaun,
puppets.
real quick, can you apologise to the folks at home?
Yes, I'll take up this rest of the minute to apologise for something. I'm not going to say what, but I'll apologise. So I would like to formally apologise for every act of racial intolerance I've done across the past 21 years. And sorry,
I've got to cut you off.
Was that what you did to those women, Shaun?
Is this being streamed live, Jack?
What's the difference? Earphones? Oh, no. What's your favourite? Sorry. Earphones or headphones?
Headphones all the way.
Earphones I prefer.
I like my AirPods a lot.
It depends. It depends. Because AirPods would count as earphones.
I think headphones are better if you need to listen to something and
No, not with AirPods. Have you used the AirPod Pro, Sweeney?
Why aren't you using AirPods right now?
I would. Good point.
All right, here we go. I'll fill in for Jaxon. What Jaxon was trying to say is that the AirPod Pros actually have really good noise cancellation, which is the main benefit of having over-ear headphones.
Yeah, it's really good.
But then again, what I'll also say to that is they're obviously never going to be as good as something physically around your ear.
AirPods are really good when you're listening to the epic soundtrack of Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah. Sorry about this.
Right.
Right. The next question is a pretty incredible topic when you think about it. And that's talking about the Mandela Effect. Cooper, what do you think about the Mandela Effect?
Is that when you think something has happened, but it turns out it didn't, or something like that? Yeah, you know what? I think it's just one. I don't think it's an actual real thing because if you go into like the YouTube conspiracies of it, they think it's like they talk about like different dimensions and shit. I think it's just stuff that's been like information that's been misinterpreted, or
more of a psychological thing. I don't think it's
Cooper, really quick, how do you spell beetle? Like the bug?
Beatle.
That's wrong.
It's
Beatle. Oh, that's the Mandela Effect.
The band.
He's got Mandela.
Yeah, that's how the band spells.
You got Mandela Effect.
In a parallel universe,
what's Beatle?
That's beat,
band.
like the beat of the
people
song.
of the band.
Rhythm.
That's a good point. But like, it's probably a widespread misinterpretation.
Next topic, mate. Next topic. Betty White versus Betty Crocker. Honestly, I would have thought these people were the same thing.
Rest in peace, Betty White.
Who's Betty White?
She's an actor. Is she dead? She's dead.
No, she's not dead yet.
Oh, fuck.
He would, yeah.
That's Betty White.
Yeah, so I reckon Betty White would win because Betty White's immortal. She's never dying.
I thought she died.
No, so the dude in the song said, "Rest in peace, Betty White." She
that's
ain't
the
dead yet.
Zach.
The Zach.
Jaxon.
That's the Zach.
You gotta get some earphones.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said, "Rest in peace, Betty White." Ain't dead yet. But,
Yeah, his AirPods aren't working out too well.
What has Betty White actually been in, Jaxon?
The Proposal with Ryan Gosling and Sandra Bullock.
Jaxon, get your headphones or earphones on if you can. The audio. Just get your headphones on, mate. That's all right.
Bullet Valentina.
Bird Box. What a shit movie that was.
So you reckon? Oh, sorry, that's a ding right there.
Bit of a poo.
Cooper gone for the authentic ting.
North Korea, obviously, one of the few despotic countries left in the world. Totalitarian.
One of the few. What? What'd you call them?
Despotic.
Desperate.
All
right.
Listen, I have no respect for North Korea personally. I'm glad to see Trump.
Why not? Do you know how many coronavirus cases they have?
Zero reported, apparently.
Zero.
No, they had one.
Healthcare system in the world.
They had one?
They had one. Do you know what they did?
They recovered him.
The most interesting thing about North Korea is Kim Jong-un's relationship with Dennis Rodman. That is so bizarre.
That's good.
In North Korea,
really
just quickly.
No, because Kim Jong-un does dirty work like Rodman.
The North Korean person who had coronavirus didn't actually die of coronavirus. Instead, they died of starvation.
No, he died of a lead injection to the head.
Yeah, there you go.
So what? 100% recovery rate? Can't argue with that, can you? That's a ding, fellas.
Fuck, I haven't poured a shot yet.
So, Jaxon, we looked at the data.
Did we look at the data?
We looked.
Okay, real quick, fellas. Is it pronounced data or data?
I said, I depend. I don't really care.
Yeah, so
I say whatever the person talking.
So I'm an electrician, and one of our main fields that we work with is data. So I would say data.
So you looked at the data?
Yeah, we've checked the data. We've looked at the data.
And what did you find?
Everybody says data.
What did you find from the data, Jaxon?
I think data is very American.
No, but what did you
from the results of the data? What did you figure out? Like,
so we extrapolated that Michelle Obama's new movie is 5 stars.
Why? What's so good about the movie?
Just she suits the role so perfectly.
What's the name of the
Sorry. That's a topic for another week, I reckon.
Look, final question from me for a bit until I hand over. Would you rather, pretty topical with this, eat a bat or eat a pangolin?
What's a penguin?
A pangolin it's like a little anteater, hedgehoggy looking motherfucker with like scales on it.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, it's a weird looking thing. For mine, they both look really fucking funky. I'd eat a pangolin. You know, if before coronavirus, I would have eaten a pangolin in a heartbeat because I know that bats cause many diseases. Whereas now, I'm not so sure. I wouldn't want to eat either of them. But if I had to, a pangolin looks like it's got probably more meat on the bone.
But then the pangolin got the disease from the bat. So technically, like the bat's just dangerous. If not, actually no, the bat is more dangerous than the pangolin.
Wasn't a pangolin? It's a pangolin disease, and then a bat got it, and then a human.
No.
Wait, what's a pangolin
bat disease? And the pangolin ate the bat.
Pangolin is where coronavirus originated.
Yeah, we're going to cut that up.
Well,
so I'd rather eat a bat.
Cooper, you're asking the questions now.
Nah.
Okay, fellas. Next question. What are our thoughts on socialism? I'll start with you, Jaxon.
Look, I hate getting political. I'll be honest with you. I just like drinking with my family and my fellas.
Okay,
And you
Sweeney,
can't
what do you
choose
think about
family,
it?
but you can choose
Socialism.
friends.
Socialism's so good, it's perfect. Until you start running out of other people's money.
Oh, look at this. Liberals owned, I reckon. Take
I'm
that.
telling you.
Is that what you got to say? Is that what you got to say?
So,
Say
Sweeney,
more
of
about
course
that.
you vote capitalism.
Sweeney,
Your dad's rich and you live in Claremont.
Do your best Ben Shapiro impression.
Do my best Ben Shapiro impersonation.
Yeah, real quick.
Hey, it's me, Ben Shapiro. I'm transphobic.
You got
That's
me.
fine.
I thought it was Ben Shapiro, to be honest. That's a ding. Sorry.
Okay. The next question I'd like to ask is, are we okay? Let's check up on our mental health real quick. How are you doing, Shaun, mentally?
Physically, no, I feel sick, but mentally, I'd like to say it's not "Are you okay?" week yet. We have a specific day for. I can say for today, I'm fine.
Right. Okay. How are you, Sweeney?
I'm fine. Check from me, Feeling pretty good. Got a couple of
Jaxon,
assignments.
how are you,
Look,
mate?
okay, I didn't know this was being live streamed, so my bank account's been emptied. So
Well, this isn't getting live streamed, is it?
I'm just poor then. No, I'm not okay either way.
Either way, it's a sad life, Jaxon lives. Cooper, how
What
are
about
you?
you,
No one's
Cooper?
asked
How are you feeling?
Yeah, okay. This coronavirus has got me stopped doing a lot of things I like to do. But
Did you say you have the coronavirus?
no, I don't.
That won't be good for your paraplegic.
Wait, I've been sick for years, but I don't have the coronavirus.
That's a ding. That's a ding.
Okay, next question. What do we think about bidets? I think everyone here would have tried one. What were your impressions? I'll start with you, Sweeney.
I liked it. I think it's really good, actually. If I could install a
Agreed.
bidet, I'd use it. I think it's way more
Jaxon, what do you
hygienic.
think?
What did you say? Days?
Bidet.
The
The thing that
day,
shoots
the thing in
water
Bali
out.
that shoots water at your ass.
Oh, I've never used one.
You've been to Bali so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've stayed in hotels that don't really have them, I don't think. But
The Western hotels.
I don't know. Every time I have a
Cultured
shit, I
swine.
try and have a shower after. If I'm at home and I shit, I'll have a shower after.
I think it's good. I think it feels really weird the first one
Yeah, it's
to like
bad the
5
first
times you
time.
use it. But I think it's way cleaner. It's so good.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Sweeney, how does it?
If you have a lot of hair down there, bidets are really good. Because I don't
Sweeney,
do that every
how does it
month, so.
differ from shoving a finger up your ass from when the toilet paper splits? Is a bidet a similar
toilet paper,
feeling,
it
or
never splits. It
But
never
that's just for sexual reasons, Shaun. He does that. That's not even. Oh, next question. Okay. Should the Paralympics be televised? Shaun, what do you think?
See, I think it's a yes and no depending on what country you're in. I think it's a cultural thing. Some cultures see disabilities as they should get put down and all that stuff.
But no, but do you reckon you should?
Oh yeah, I live in Australia, so yeah, it should be televised. Why not? I'll look at some stumpy cross the finish line.
Well, the thing is, it's these people are doing everything now. They're on TikTok.
What do you mean,
dancing
these people?
around, disabled people.
What do you mean, these people, though?
Yeah,
They're just
aren't they
people.
troops like us? Don't you mean
They're
those
allowed to do
disabled?
everything else. They're on TikTok.
If you were a B-level athlete,
Okay, Cooper, they're on TikTok and they're on Tinder,
Sweeney's
but are
really
they on
interesting.
TikTok and are they
That's
on...
a ding. That's a big ding. It's been a ding for a while.
They're on TikTok, man. I'll show you a few videos after. Okay, next
Can we
question.
live stream?
What's everyone's favourite Pokemon? Sweeney, what's your favourite Pokemon?
Ampharos.
That is a good Pokemon. I like Ampharos. He's very reliable.
Ampharos or Archeops, I really like as well. Archeops, rock flying type in Gen 5.
I think you could say
You get
Arcanine.
Ampharos pretty early on, where you get the...
Archeops.
Yeah, what Jaxon, what's your favourite
I like
Pokemon?
Really
Licking
sucks.
quite a lot.
Lick a tongue.
Licking.
You mean lick a tongue?
Scyther, is it Scyther?
Scyther's cool, but Scizors is better, obviously. But
Yeah.
Mm.
I like.
What do you like? Who are your favourite?
I would say my favourite's Ampharos, but that's the same as Sweeney. So I'm gonna go with Shuckles. I love Shuckles. Shuckles is good. Shuckles is sick.
Shuckles
High
is a-
defense. He's not very good
really high
competitive.
defense, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not very good
Jaxon,
defensively.
the more you
I like Slowbro or Nidoking.
Yeah, Nidaking's
I really like,
overrated.
I like Psychic.
Nidoking, did you gamble something was good in Gen 1?
Can we edit that out, Sweeney?
The more
Yeah,
you
we
show
edit
it,
that out.
the
We
more
edit that out in
likely I am
post.
to miss one of the times you show it. Especially
We edit that in,
for 5
sorry,
seconds.
Jackson, we edit that out in
So just
post.
stop
We
showing
edit that in
it.
post.
But we probably can eventually.
Jackson, we're not editing it.
One
You just
more
got to
time.
deal with it.
I mean, I have to
I'm
close
gonna
my
yak
bank
everywhere.
account anyway, so there it is.
Yeah, all right.
There's
Well, at
no
this
money.
point,
Try, but there's
I'm
nothing.
proceeding on the assumption it's getting closed. We've clearly missed a ding here, Shaun, surely.
No, we haven't. It's going good.
Okay. Where do you get your ideas from, Sweeney?
Where do I get my ideas from?
Me. I'm the brains behind
listen,
this operation.
I have a lot of ideas. Where I get them from, I think it's just my intellect, my brilliant mind. You know,
Your hot sister.
my experiences. You know, in this world.
Do you get them from your sister? Oh, your ideas from your sister.
Sister has some good ideas. I'll tell you that much.
Who do you
Jackson
reckon will
would
be
know
more
about her
happy in
ideas.
10 years? You or your sister, Sweeney?
Who do you think will be her?
Who will be?
That's a
who will be
great
more
question.
More
Aren't
happy?
you sharing a room
Probably
with your
me.
sister in NIDA, Sweeney?
That's a thing. Sorry.
Okay, next
Number
question.
66. Number 66.
Okay, YouTube pranks. What do we think about them? What's your favorite YouTube prank?
My
Go
favorite
around
YouTube
quickly.
prank was when a girlfriend shot his boyfriend with a desert eagle and killed him.
Elaborate
That was
for
a
the
good
viewers
prank.
who don't know. Elaborate for the viewers who don't
An
know.
elaboration is this YouTuber that never uploaded a video, but this guy was like, hey, my prank channel is going to put my life on the line every week. And he used his Desert Eagle handgun to like shoot, maybe it was in a fucking shotgun, massive fucking gun either way, to shoot a book. And he was like, oh, the bullet got lodged in the book, so it won't kill me. So then he got a book equivalently like sized and just held it in front of his chest. And then his girlfriend's pleading with him, being like, I don't want to shoot. Like, I'm worried about this. And then he's like, nah, shoot. This will be epic. So then she shoots, and at point blank range, just kills the motherfucker immediately.
Was it epic, though?
Well, they never uploaded the video, but they uploaded the recording before the shot takes place.
That's a ding. Sorry.
A little bit lighter. My favorite YouTube prank is when they.
Oh, next question. Next
Yeah,
question.
next
Unfortunately.
question.
Great question. We don't talk about
What is
those
everyone's
ones.
favorite geographical feature, natural land feature? I'll
I
start
like
with you,
geysers.
Jackson.
Geysers are cool. I like geysers a lot.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you like, Shaun?
Shit, I don't know. Can I say mountain?
mountain,
They get the
mountain,
point across. Just like me.
Oh, I like the
Personally.
You like
rock.
Sweeney?
I really like archipelagos, like
Just
collections.
Yeah,
of
they're nice.
I think are good. I think isthmuses are also good, which is
Christmas
like,
Island?
it's like one big landmass,
like
another
Christmas
big landmass,
Island.
and then
It's
they're
like problem.
Yeah.
connected by like a narrow strip.
Politically, this just makes too much sense for
No,
you,
an
like
isthmus,
Christmas
like,
Island.
you could see
we'll stop
two
swinging
oceans
racism
on
for
one
What's everyone's
sort of
thoughts
side.
on
What do you think?
I like waterfalls.
Yeah.
Don't go chasing
Waterfalls are
them.
nice. Or valleys. I really like valleys.
Oh,
valleys.
valleys
Just-
are cool.
You can
Then I
chase
like-
waterfalls, just never fall in love. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
That would be my. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Next
Has
question,
anyone
fellas.
gotten really drunk in the last 3 minutes?
Yeah, let's get the next question. Why is it called a building when it's finished? Shouldn't it be called a built? What do we think?
Jesus, sorry, I probably agree.
I think built wouldn't roll off the tongue as well.
Yeah, it's just, but maybe you're just used to saying building, you know?
I mean,
No,
yeah,
because that's what they started calling them when they were being built, and they took so long back in the day. So it was a building, and then by the time they finished, they were like, "Look at the building," and someone was like, "This already finished," but it was too late. They'd
Is
already
this
started
true or is
calling
this
it.
not only a fun facts?
Another
What is
fun
this?
fact for the day.
Okay.
Is it,
Good.
what do you
That's
think?
what I like to know.
Do you think we should call it a built?
Maybe you should call it a build. You know what? From now on, I'm going to start calling it a build.
Look at
Call
this
it build
built.
from now on. Look at this. Look at this.
What's your
build.
favorite built?
Probably the
I like-
PHP built.
I like Crown Towers, Crown Casino. It's awesome.
Yeah, I guess that is technically a
Building.
built, but yeah, no, built.
It's a good building. That looks
That's
good.
ding now.
Okay, next question. Why do foreigners hate Vegemite so much? I'll start with this. What I've noticed is like when you see a shit clickbaity YouTube video, they're like, "Oh, American tries Vegemite." They put it on and they put it on like Nutella or like peanut butter, and it's like this thick, and they fucking hate it inevitably because Vegemite's meant to be very thinly spread. What do you guys think?
I disagree, Cooper. I put on Vegemite quite thick, and I've
But
watched
they
Red
literally put
Dog.
it like fucking huge.
Their bread's shit.
I watched
We got
Red
good
Dog,
bread in Australia.
and so in America, the bread that they use is as sweet as cake. So, like, if you eat their bread, it's legit full of sugar.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
a bread problem as opposed to
Yeah.
a spreading
So
problem.
I quite like Vegemite, and I put it on quite thick.
I like
And
Vegemite too.
in Red Dog, they say it tastes like engine diesel, which isn't true.
We'd all put it on thick because we're used to it, right? It's like if you've never had it, and you
Yeah,
put
but I can still handle it too.
it's like if you're giving someone a beer for the first time and you
Yeah,
invite them
that's
to
the
the
thing.
Centurion podcast, they get blown out.
Okay, next question. We got Jackson reading it.
What is it? Can you read it for me?
It's a
and then I'll-
mini-game. The gang
The gang tries to count to 10.
All right, same as last week. 1.
2,
Okay, one.
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
6,
1.
1, 1,
2,
2,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6, 1.
1,
Ah!
1.
1,
1,
2, 3.
4. Oh, next week,
Six-
maybe.
six
Next
is
week, if
better.
someone asks
Six is
it.
better.
If someone asks it, maybe.
Okay, Jackson, the next question's on you, mate.
I don't have my phone up. I can't do that.
Okay, I'll read it out for you.
Drinking
straight from the tap. What do we think, guys?
Why is that my question? I drink straight
You've
from
got the
tap.
next 10 questions, dude.
Last time I was at Prees, I saw Skipper's sister drink straight from the tap.
Who's Skipper? Can you explain to the folks at home who Skipper is?
Skipper, she was the head girl of Penrose in
Go follow
2006.
me on Instagram, calling her out right now.
You can't
Live
follow
on
you
my
on
podcast.
Skipper's on
Yeah,
the
follow
hot
me on
seat.
Instagram.
So Skipper knows who she
You have
is.
10 days to follow me back. Otherwise, consequences.
Sean, drinking straight from the tap. What do you think?
Look, for
It
a guy
asserts
like me,
dominance.
if it's a beer tap, yeah. Water tap, like you may as well get a cup. But if it's a beer tap, unlimited beer, you wouldn't go for that.
Does
Have you
Shane
ever-
drink
have
straight
you
from the
ever-
tap,
have you ever
Sean?
drunk under
Oh,
like
absolutely.
a beer tap before at a bar? It's really satisfying.
So that's the thing.
Okay, next question. Jackson, do you want to do these or do you want me to do these ones for you?
I'll get my phone up. You do this one. I'll do the next.
Okay, I'll do this one. Question 72. Have you ever been overly hit on by a gay guy?
Not
But I think
personally.
you hear the story about that.
I've got a story about this actually. It's quite important. This friend I know who studied at Sydney University, he was at a urinal one time and he was just, having a good time drinking. And then all of a sudden, next to him, this guy literally just he's like, how's your night going? He's like, yeah, good man. Typical urinal chat. This guy reaches over and just grabs his cock and he's like, yeah, right. And then my friend's like, what the fuck? Like, go away, fuck off. So he pushes him away because he's legit it's an unprecedented event. Never happened to him before. And then the guy gets mad. He's like, oh, fuck you. And the guy starts assaulting him in the bathroom, punches him in the head, caves his head in. My friend wakes up, what is it? I think it's 4 hours later, just with the cops. Like, what happened? He's like, oh, no, I got into a fight in the bathroom because this guy, touched my penis. Next question.
Next question. What are we looking at here?
73.
Sean, weekly movie review. What have you seen recently that you've enjoyed or not enjoyed?
So, as everyone knows on the pod this week was Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. And I personally think it's probably the greatest movie of all time. Definitely the best Star Wars. Doesn't matter what anyone says. But
What about episode 4?
No, episode 4 garbage. The only thing that even comes close to episode 9 is probably episode 3. And even then, that's only just carried by the memes and the Anakin versus Obi-Wan
What
scene.
would you give it out of 10?
Episode 9? Probably 9. Probably 9.
That's
for
appropriate.
So you've never
consistency.
seen a 10 out of 10 movie?
No, I've never seen 10 out of 10. Never seen 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
And I'm hoping
stuff.
someone out there would give me a 10 out of 10.
What's everyone's favorite movie? Oh, next question. Okay, Jackson.
Okay, who has the best taste in music out of us four? I'd have to say Sean. No, I lied.
This guy.
Sean only listens to under 20.
You like Taylor Swift, Sean. Shut your fuck up.
Taylor
Swift
Cooper,
is
Cooper,
popular
has
for a reason.
Cooper has a big variety in music that he
I'd like to
enjoys.
say Taylor Swift is big for a reason. There's a reason
She's not
everyone
that big.
liked it. It's because she puts
not
out
that
good
big.
music.
No.
She's not that big. She's not that big, is she?
The best taste in music when
You know Taylor Swift's-
Swift like 4 rappers.
Taylor Swift's Google searches went up 300% the night Kanye West let her finish when she called
Don't
Beyonce
you
the
mean?
greatest.
Don't you
God,
mean
I
it went
wish
up?
you could
Don't you
open
mean
that.
it went up 300% the night we spoke about it on
Any
the Centurion
artist.
podcast?
If there's a popular artist at any point,
So
and
I
then
think-
at any point, another artist sort of fucking had a spiff it with them, they're
sorry,
searching.
Sweeney, that's a ding. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Sweeney. I don't know what question we're up to, I'll admit.
Another
it.
question
Okay,
about using
number
toilet
75,
paper.
wiping sitting down versus standing up. I don't know who the fuck wipes standing up. So I
Okay,
don't know if-
let's just real quick. I wiped standing up until I was, I reckon, 15.
Why were you wiping standing up?
I don't know. I just didn't know any other way. But then I was told about wiping sitting down, and it fucking blew my mind, and I never looked back.
How do you
21 and
wipe
a half.
sitting down?
I don't know.
A toilet seat is only...
Wait, Sweeney, wait. What did you just say, Sweeney?
On one sheet.
A toilet seat's only so big.
So you wipe standing up and you use one square.
You stand up with a single square and it pokes through your arsehole.
No.
And you get a little bit...
So
you stand up with a single square in front of 20,000 people.
Someone let me talk.
You're correlating
as someone who does both.
I think you've been...
As someone who does both. As someone who sits up and stands down.
Mate,
as someone who sits up and stands down, I would like to say... Sorry, that's a
Okay, next question. Which H2O Just Add Water power would you most like to have? I'll start real here. If I had to choose a power, mine would be to be a woman, so I could finally see some nice boobies.
No, look, listen. I'll stay on the spirit of the question. I think there's the three powers: being able to boil water at choice, being able to freeze water at choice, or being able to move water in whatever capacity you want.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
It's
like a water bender.
Yeah. I mean, being able to burn water, you'd accidentally, you'd sleep, you put your hands like that, you'd fucking kill yourself, right? Freeze water has more uses. You could, do it and, skate on it and do whatever. Being able to turn water into steam, having a body of water and then turning it into, effectively oxygen in that, it's no longer there, it has no fucking difference.
You can chew on ice whenever you want. That's another thing.
It's either freezing or moving water. But moving water has too many applications that would make it good. That's overpowered. That was Cleo's power.
Okay, next question. This is actually a repeat question accidentally, but I replaced it with a one that got cancelled, I believe. Rank out of the top 4 who would win in a fist fight out of the 4 of us. I personally would rank it probably me, Jaxon, Sweeney, Shaun, yeah.
I'd agree with that ranking. Personally.
Yeah. What do you think, Jaxon? Who would win the fist fight?
Cooper, then me, then Sweeney, then Shaun.
It seems pretty unanimous.
Yeah, I'll
Shaun,
say.
Do you back yourself? Do you reckon you could take on Sweeney or Shaun or me?
Mate, I lost to Declan Tanner. I lost to Adam Patterson.
Yeah.
What can I say? The data speaks for itself. The data
Declan Tanner and.
When you say sexual encounter, what do you mean by that?
I know about that.
I know what a sexual encounter is, Jack.
The camera is the clitoris.
Sorry, that's a ding, Jack. That's a ding.
Okay, question 78. Would you rather sneezing into your hands or elbows? What do you think? What do you think is a better idea?
It seems to be a trend at the moment that you greet people with an elbow fist.
Yeah, but if you're sneezing into your elbow.
Exactly, that's my point. If you're sneezing into your elbow and then touching people's elbows and then they sneeze into it in their mouth.
Outside of their elbow, but you're sneezing into the inside.
It's very close.
I think
very close.
This is more of an issue with the latter thing, right? It's you shouldn't be greeting people with your elbows. But if you're if you got to sneeze into your hands, you'll touch something before you do, and then that's where it spreads. But
what spreads? What do you mean?
What anything, gayness, perhaps.
Herpes.
I don't know what it is, but if you're sneezing into your elbow,
AIDS transmit through air.
So I think it's more of an ancillary problem, the latter thing in terms of touching your elbow with one another. I think sneezing into your elbow is more hygienic. That said, though, in terms of convenience, doing this is fucking much harder.
That's a ding.
Yeah. Next question. What do the fellas think? Do we prefer blue or black pens?
Me, black for sure. Definitely black.
Blue's 100%.
Blue for me.
Black. When I write in a black pen, it makes me feel like I'm writing in a pencil, which I don't like.
I like blue, so it's psychologically proven that you remember things better with blue on white than black on white. Studying?
You got a minute. Pull up the data. You got a minute. Pull up the data.
Data,
you mean?
No, listen. Yeah, I think
We're not getting political.
Black pen, I think, sort of sticks out more, right? But that's why I do my headings and subheadings in black, right? But blue just sort of...
What I'd like to say about black pens is, so you obviously use black or blue, and then use red to underline ticking stuff.
I use
so
green.
when you go black,
blue,
you get black
and
and red,
yellow
and that's the colours of AC. And who doesn't love a bit of AC? So we'll cut. That's my thing.
We're all young fellas here. We all are studying at uni or studying a trade or studying to get better at something. A useful platform for that is LinkedIn.
LinkedIn Joy.
How's it looking?
I got LinkedIn. I got 3 friends. Going good.
Yeah, but what's your network like?
I got 3 friends. So then we're all interconnected with each other. But, you know, I think it will help me get a job in this hard time of coronavirus and whatnot. I think it will help me get a job.
Real quick, everybody. So, just a
Very
famous
useful.
sentence said by Jeff Bezos and many other billionaires is your network is your net worth. So, I think Lincoln Joy is very important because the bigger your network, the bigger your net worth. So, the more people you know, the more money you're going to make.
Lincoln and who?
Lincoln Joy.
Jeff
Who's that?
Bezos.
That's a
Okay.
ding. So the
Shaun,
next
what do you
question
got?
is,
Trade secret.
the next question is, which dictator in history did the best job? And we start with Sweeney.
Look, you wouldn't have called them a dictator. Their powers were dictators. It's either Alexander the Great or Genghis Khan. Both of them,
Yeah,
like,
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Swan, you mean?
fucking so much, dude. And both of them, like, I think the best dictator is someone that you don't call a dictator. You just accept what they're saying and follow
Yeah.
it. Right? Like,
That's a good point.
so, yeah, like Alexander the Great led his army into, like, God knows where. Like, they went so much further than they had any right to go. And he kept being like, nah, let's fight another fucking battle. And they kept doing it until eventually they were like, yeah, let's stop.
I think
And-
in recent history it would have to be Stalin, because he really turned Russia around. He consolidated
He did.
power well. It'd be easy to say something like, I guess you say
But
Hitler.
you'd say-
but Hitler's all flashing.
No,
lights.
no, you'd
He
say
did the
Mao,
right thing.
Mao Zedong, maybe.
Sorry, that's a ding. That's a ding.
No.
So the next question here, I think we've already spoken about. So I'll just go off the top of the dome. And what do we reckon? How cold is everyone's fridge? Like, is everyone's fridge like refrigerator?
I prefer to have my fridge on the cold
Or is it
side.
both? How's it going?
This is my fridge. I'll give you the tour. So here we have a sandwich that I've eaten everything out of with the lettuce, the cheese. You've got some Sprite, some Coke, some fruit.
Jackson, does it keep it cool? Does it work well?
Yeah, look at this, mate. The door, look, there's ice in it.
Is that genuinely from that era that it looks like it's from, or is that like a
Yeah,
remake?
no, it is. It's an authentic. It's been repainted, but
I'll tell you what, that might be my worth of
Jackson's
witness, to be
full-out
fair.
bunker of a fridge.
Sweeney, what about your fridge? Is your
it looks
fridge
like a
going well?
It's
full-out
all right.
fridge.
I prefer my fridge being on the colder side. It's fine. It does the job. Sometimes need to tinker with the...
Sorry, that's a ding. That's a ding. I'm going to cut you off there. So,
Oh, we've already
Thoughts
had
on-
this question. Next one.
thoughts on reusing plastic water bottles?
That's good. As long as you don't leave them in your car, then the heat breaks them down quicker, and eating the plastic's bad for
See,
you.
I was all for plastic. I'm not for plastic water bottle. I really didn't care. But then since I've traveled overseas, I've actually realized it's not hard to just carry around a reusable water bottle. Like just anyone like this, I get this plastic, but it's BPA free. It doesn't leak
Quite
plastic into
controversial, but
water.
I actually use a
They don't-
Corona water bottle.
No, that's none of my business.
sleek
but I
metallic
agree with
design.
the-
It's
sleek
insulated
metallic design.
completely.
Wrong sponsor, but yeah.
Mm.
No, it works well. It keeps. I've had one of those before, and it keeps your water very cold or hot, whatever you need.
Yeah, exactly.
you,
It's like a
Sweeney?
thermos
Oh, I
and a
agree.
water bottle.
Couldn't agree
You
more.
agree? You agree?
Listen,
They're good. I like them.
I got.
right, next question. Oh, what's the worst method of execution that you could possibly foresee? For mine,
Stoning publicly when you bury them to the neck and stone them to death. That's
I
not
think
good.
there was so many. But there was one called the Brazen Bull, where there was like just this like trumpet-looking thing that they heated up, and you effectively just got like deep fried. That would be pretty bad.
That's no good.
Surely
Guillotine,
the
I think, is
one
my
with the
favourite.
coffin. No, surely the coffin with the spikes. That's got to be the
Yeah.
worst. Like
Like
seeing
Miss
the
Trench
spikes come
Bolt
at you,
users.
and you'd obviously be alive in there for a
Matilda.
bit while you've been spiked. Like while you've been shanked, essentially, while you've been shanked by the shanker. But surely
Guillotines.
that wouldn't feel good. Guillotine also, yeah.
No, I like the guillotine. Guillotine's good.
But guillotine gets it over quick because you're like alive for like a few seconds, I guess, with your brain.
I
Without your
don't
brain.
think you are, though. I think that's a
Oh,
common... You would
Have you ever
pass
been
out the
guillotined?
second your spinal
Have
cord
you
is severed.
Ever been guillotined? Sorry, Jack. We're going to cut you off there. That's the thing. So the next question here is thoughts on hairy women. Well, the question was hairy. I'll say it with the exclamation. Hairy women. What do you think, Cooper? What do you think about hairy women?
Look,
This was obviously submitted by Ben Darby.
Ben Darby has an unusual, people who are friends of the show that know our friend Ben Darby. He's got a lot of unusual fetishes. Fuck. But he really likes hairy women. He says
What
he likes
numbers hairy women?
against his stomach.
E5.
I don't mind them. I
E4,
really don't
E4.
care unless it's like really excessive in the wrong areas. That I probably wouldn't really like. But you know, he's got a bit of hair down there. It's all good.
You know, it's natural. That's what I would say. It's natural. And realistically, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, guys have hair. Why can't girls have hair? As long as it's not been too excessive. Like, not even I have like excessive hair anywhere. That's a ding.
Sean, did you do plastic water bottles?
We did.
of course, of course.
We're up to 86. So
85.
the question
Right,
here
86
is
we're up to. We'll get there.
I think
sign stars and astrology. What do we think
Star
of that?
signs and astrology, I think.
Sweeney, you go. You're passionate about this.
It's a bunch of loony shit. If you believe in your fucking local astrology meter motherfucker being like, you'll have a successful day if you were born in June, you got another thing coming. You're an absolute degenerate. And you've got to pull your head straight out of your ass and start thinking critically.
But Sweeney, what if the planets are aligned? What if Mercury's not in retrograde?
If Mercury's not in retrograde, then you need to stop fucking spending your time looking at sort of NASA's projections of the universe and start thinking about the kids that you have.
You know what? The stars align to drop you out of this call.
Sweeney, would you classify yourself as a libtard or not? Sorry, we're going to cut you off there. No time to answer that. We're going to cut you off there.
So what are we up to, Sean?
So we're up to 87. So that means weekly mini game. 5 minutes of Nabi's best memes. So
Well, we're going to skip that one.
What's your favorite meme of the year? Let's just say that.
I liked the I like some of the memes this year.
Name one.
But you reckon you got one of the memes this year?
Favorite meme this year that I've seen would probably be the one of Lightning McQueen. And he says, "I'm going to rape Donald
I
Trump."
think you'd find that's last year.
That's a few years ago, but I got one. I got one.
2016.
So my favorite meme of this year would have to be, so one panel says Anakin has turned himself into a pickle Padme, and it's Obi-Wan talking to Padme. And then the next segment of the meme is, not Anakin. That's impossible. Don't say that. Sorry, that's a ding.
Today is the day you take the stairs, and it's a guy in a wheelchair.
All right, where are we up to, Sean?
Okay.
So now we got Nike versus Adidas. What do we think, Cooper? You're a sneakerhead. What do we think?
Yeah, I used to.
He's not a sneakerhead. He's a foot person.
I used to be into sneakers. Now I'm just into feet. But when I was in high school, I used to make money flipping sneakers. And Nike, I think, directs himself more towards trends. But I think Adidas is more innovative. If I had to choose one place to get all my gear from for the rest of my life, I'd probably choose Adidas.
Oh, really? I'd go. Oh, see, I'm a mixed bag. I would have said Nike, but now that you make me think about it, I actually got most of my
the Yeezys
from Adidas.
Who's the Yeezys with?
Yeah, but you can get old Yeezys from Nike.
What shirt are you wearing, Cooper? What shirt have you got on,
Red
Cooper?
Octobers.
What's that shirt you've
Red
got?
October.
Yeah. Oh, that looks like a...
Sorry, we'll cut you off there. So the next question is,
looks like
what's
a Kanye
the perfect
shirt.
bedtime? And we'll start with you, Kirby. You get some good sleep, don't you?
Look, I've been going to bed quite late recently, but when I'm working, when I'm studying, when I'm training, I like to go to bed before 12 o'clock, probably around 11:30.
Oh, easy. Jackson, what do you think? What about
11:30, like 8 o'clock.
Historically, I've been a late sleeper. Lately, since with my trade, waking up at 5 a.m, I find the perfect bedtime is like 9:30.
Oh, I could never go to bed at 9:30.
See, it's hard to come up with a bedtime at 9:30. But what I would say is the perfect bedtime is probably 10, because then you get your 8 hours of sleep, and then you go into 6, and you wake up at 6, and you have a productive day.
I don't think
10's really early. Cooper, are you just a gamer? Isn't that why
you gotta get this Raid Shadow Legend level up? Shout out to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend.
Raid Shadow Legend.
Number 90, Sweeney.
Listen, next question is, how high should people's socks be worn? For mine, I'm pretty low. You know, it depends on the pants a bit, but broadly, I think the lower the better. You know, if you can get ankle socks, good.
If you're wearing
like an ankle.
jeans or long pants, it doesn't really matter how high your socks are, I think. But with shorts, it should never go past halfway of your shin. Anything past that.
Okay, so I've always been an ankle sock guy, but recently I've got into like longer socks, like above the ankle.
I like long black socks.
Yeah, so like a quarter of the way up the shin is I think is the sweet spot.
That's good.
Because they look.
That's what I've been probably doing.
If you're fat, then I think you should go ankle socks. But if you have like quite nice calves, then you should go like a quarter of the way up the shin.
I think Ben Narby, one of our like most favoured viewers.
I'd rather see your balls.
That's a good calf. I'll give you that. That's a ding, by the way.
I can't drink anymore. I'm about to vomit.
Yeah,
get the bucket ready.
Next topic is daredevils. So a lot of daredevils exist. What do you think of them? You know, I don't.
Jamie Russell is the daredevil that comes to my mind, and he loves to motocross. He does the stunts on the motorbikes and stuff, and I think it's brave of him. But he's got to watch out. There's injuries involved, just like every other daredevil out there.
Trying to do a backflip over the Grand Canyon, like, why would you do it? What's the point?
Homer Simpson.
It's pretty sick.
You get clout. That's pretty cool. I'll give you that.
Imagine how well you do sexually after doing that, Sweeney. Like, you finally landed.
All sexual go and all about that.
You could do something less intense and be fine.
Like what, Sweeney? Give the viewers an example. What can they do?
A less severe canyon, you know. It's just the fact that it always needs to be the best.
The Grand Canyon.
Because if you're not doing the top dog, why would you bother? Sorry, that's a ding.
Cooper, you've got a lot of thoughts on this guy. Pork Chop Rob. What do you think?
Ah, shit. Okay, I'll try to describe who Pork Chop Rob is. So Pork Chop Rob was a guy who, his family were were quite big farmers. I think in Canada, they primarily produced pork meat and stuff to that degree, whatever comes from pork, like bacon.
Is that how he got his name?
They both of his parents died in a car crash when I think he was around 20 years old. Which left him with a massive inheritance, and he essentially minimalized the company and started hosting like big parties on the farmland, right? And was only producing like a little amount of pork. And all of a sudden, there was a bunch of missing persons cases around where he lived, and they found out that they found one pair of bones. They couldn't find any body or whatever. And eventually, they suspected it was him because he was having parties. So, and eventually, they got into trials.
That's a ding. No story short, that's a ding.
Shit. Next week, maybe.
Okay, what's the best Call of Duty game, everybody? So, Shaun, I know you got a hot take on this. What's your opinion?
I don't mind that much of a hot take. Black Ops 2. I'll go to go Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2.
I think my second.
You're close. Black Ops 3 is by far the best COD game ever.
I think that's the hot take. Black Ops 3 is don't get me wrong. Black Ops 3 was... Yeah. But no,
shut your fuck up.
No. Don't let him take away from that. Black Ops 3 is great.
2 were the best, and then it goes 4, then it goes 3.
But 3 is also very good.
3 is the best Black Ops game.
3 is very good.
3 sucks. 3 was
no, 3 is very good.
So many
3 had the best zombies. It had every single zombie map before it on it. 3 had the best kill streaks. 3 had the best class setup.
You had so many hours on 3. Don't even say it was bad.
No, I don't.
It's the worst.
Yeah,
it's the worst, but it's still very good.
Sorry,
that's a ding. That's a ding.
I think 2 is very good.
Listen, what is everyone's most used emoji? For mine, I think
I'll get mine out. I'll get mine out right now.
I think the love heart probably has
to imitate your most used emoji.
Okay, so my used emoji is this one.
Oh, I just got it up. Okay.
I used the
are you ready for mine?
Well, I'm looking. Okay, my one goes like my most. I don't think it was this, but mine actually goes like. Oh, really? Really? That's your most. You got golfer.
Mine's the one with the black eyes and the.
Mine's like the sad one with the curved eyes and just looking down.
Yeah.
What a sad life I live. Wait, how's yours golf? What are you? Who are you talking about golf about? What does that mean?
The golf can go anywhere. It doesn't
matter. Sorry, that's a ding, mate. That's a ding. Sorry about that.
Shaun, which Olympic sport do you
what?
You respect the least?
Oh, the least. Probably like javelin. Like realistically, like it's a big rod. I can throw it far. So you throw it far, but I can throw it further. Javelin's the most pathetic sport.
Mine's
Olympics.
the aquarian shit with a horse.
Aquarian.
A horse.
Do you mean equestrian?
Equestrian. Yeah, aquarium.
You fool.
Fishes. Then equestrian.
I'm an Aquarius.
It's a horse, not you. Just something that's fat.
Why? What? But you still need to train. Oh no, I get what you're saying. Actually, you need to train the horse. It's more the horse.
Curling in the Paralympics is something that is hard to respect.
It's more the horse.
Yeah. Is Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
No, but wrestling is. And wrestling is a very interesting.
Wrestling's pathetic, and it's also kind of masculinity. But we'll talk about that later. That's a ding.
All right. Next question. Which futuristic technology, Shaun, are you most looking forward to?
I hope we can get... So the thing about time travel is, let me talk about time travel for a bit. So time travel, by the laws of physics, can only go forward. By slowing down time, or someone who's going forward in time is speeding up, so relative to them, it catches up to them. Time travel backwards is impossible, so we're not going to talk about that. I think time travel we'll be able to get soon. With people going into interstellar space, people going into interstellar mediums, I think we'll be able to get time travel pretty soon. I think that's,
how soon? What's your time frame?
not my lifetime. I would think, I'm being like pessimistic, probably like next 200 years. We could probably get in the next 100.
Oh, that's pretty close though. That's pretty close.
We could probably get next 100. We've seen this relativistic effects where people age faster.
Time travel. If we get time travel that soon, we'd already know
time travel forward. Time travel forward. Time travel backwards is impossible.
That's a good point by
Jackson, the next area, you've got to solve your Rubik's Cube, a new segment on the show.
Okay, so here's me mixing it up. I think that's pretty well mixed up. So here we go, solving it.
I'll tell you what I see. There's 2 reds. Oh, you got 6 whites. You got 6 whites on my side.
Not enough whites, probably.
Ooh,
I'm definitely not equipped for this.
4 whites on my side.
About
That's
30
no
seconds.
help to me.
3 whites on my side. 3 white. 3 white. I feel like this might be a segment we might continue next week if the viewers are interested. I don't know if they're interested or not.
Of course.
If they're interested, we'll do.
What are we up to, Shaun?
We're up to 97.
I think this is a good segment. We should just hang on this for another 45
Jackson, you got 3
minutes.
whites on my side. 3 whites. Sorry, that's the ding, Jackson. Stop right there. Keep that Rubik's Cube right there.
That's good.
Oh, now we're getting
yellow.
a bit retrospective. Jackson will solve his Rubik's Cube next episode, hopefully. Which host has been the best tonight, I should say? Look, for mine, I don't think any host has done anything outlandish or anything.
Everyone's going to vote
incredible.
for someone who's not themselves.
Yeah. Look, we've got to cast our vote on a 5-second
time.
count. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jackson.
I said Shaun
Jackson.
Who did you
personally.
say?
I said
Cooper?
Jackson.
I said
Jackson. So that's 2 for Jackson.
That's
I said
2 for Jackson. I got to say, Jackson, from a professional
Who did you vote
standpoint.
for, Sweeney?
I voted for Cooper. Jackson, from a professional standpoint, he didn't know when it was his turn to read.
I think Shaun has taken the
Did you
lead.
say Shaun? Who did you say Jackson?
I vote Jackson.
I think Shaun has done better
the
than
winner by
everyone.
consensus is Jackson. Okay,
Jackson.
next question is the Dude Hold My Beer Award for best topic. Which topic was your favorite to discuss tonight?
I'm gonna have to go and say Ben Nabi.
It doesn't. No, not. It doesn't matter who
Sorry,
asked the question. You name the topic.
Right.
You name the topic. The topic that you most enjoyed discussing.
So I think it was it was drinking straight from the tap. That was my favorite.
That was
personally.
good.
That was a very good one.
I forgot what the
That's what I
question
thought was
was,
the
but
best
I
one.
actually, bear with me here for a second. I quite enjoyed a question by Annie Brown. I can't remember what.
I really like
Oh,
talking about
something
which
about-
Annie Brown did have a good
which
question.
dictator in history did the best job.
So
mine.
Annie Brown's question that Jackson's thinking of is 2 Shauns versus 1 Cooper.
Yeah,
How about the
that's
7
the-
p.m. project versus the Big Bang Theory? That was a good question.
no, I did enjoy that quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I enjoy that. That's the best. That's the
that's
Dude Hold My
3
Beer
votes for
Award.
that.
That's the Dude Hold My Beer
Thanks
Award.
everyone
That's
for
100.
coming. The last hard liquor shot for the night.
That's not us. That's just you.
Oh, is that just me?
Yeah, no, none of us agree. Oh, we all doing it? Oh,
we doing it?
Okay, we're doing it.
Oh, wait, let me get another can of Coke.
Listen, hey, it's been another great episode of Centurion podcast. We've discussed a lot of stuff. We've got through many things, you know, and we've introduced new mini games that will become staples of this podcast. I want to thank every viewer who's listened, and I want to thank every co-host that I've got.
Well, can you I'll also
see you in the next few weeks.
Our friends over at Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, especially. Without Raid Shadow Legends, honestly, this thing wouldn't be possible. Without Zoom, this thing wouldn't be possible. There are so many people we have to thank. But in the end, we've got 8 seconds left on this podcast. All I've got to say is cheers to my friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.